Instagram teen accounts have automatic protections for what teens see and who can contact them, plus time management tools. And Instagram will continue adding built-in safety features to help create age-appropriate experiences. Learn more about teen accounts and Instagram's ongoing work to protect teens online at instagram.com/teenaccounts.
Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for May 22nd through 26th. We have a few Port Charles pipelines. One was to myself. I guess that's a Shannon catch, I guess. I don't know.
Go.
So I would have put Helena down for cheating because that's how we have Valentine, and that's why I didn't guess her.
I did not even think about that. Yep, you were right. I
So,
apologize for...
That's okay. Well, and we couldn't figure out why Stone, and even in the episode, I was like, I wouldn't have put him down for business, but then I wrote down all of the questions. I had to have written him down, or I had to have put him down just because of the business. Like, that's the only thing I can think of that.
I guess, like, yes, he worked for Sonny, but he wasn't, like, Jason.
That's what I thought he was. So that's where maybe I just need to spend more time.
Yes.
Knowing.
So Stone was...
Because he worked at the strip club.
So young that Sonny took him in and gave him jobs, like, because he wanted to improve his life. So although he gave him some shady jobs, like drop this off here, pick this up, whatever, blah, 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 and you didn't know what exactly was exchanging hands. And that, obviously working at the strip club underage or close to underage. I assume he was underage when he started. But anyway,
probably
that kind of shady stuff, but he wasn't, like, carrying a gun and enforcing stuff and whatever. So that could be my misinterpretation
That's
of
okay.
your question, because when you say works for, if it's not equal to Jason or like...
Right. But I guess I thought he was... I mean, Jason's Jason.
I mean, you were right. You were right.
Well, no, but it's just also... We need... The next time we play, and our buddy Steve Silverman was so mad that we did not invite him. So we have to figure out...
Oh, yeah. We'll have to get him in on it.
Because he said that's his favorite game. So he's like, do you have better questions? I was like, we actually legit want good questions.
Yes.
So if you guys have some good questions, like, why didn't they ask this? Send them in. We will let you dictate our next game.
Mm-hmm.
Send in your questions for the Guess Who game. We also should have said who everyone on the board was, so someone at home could have maybe written them down and then kind of...
Next time we can put it up on Facebook ahead of time.
Yeah.
Or on,
wherever.
all the social media places.
Maybe now Discord.
There you go.
Because we learned all about that yesterday. So I guess I'll just go into it. This upcoming Thursday's Port Charles 411 is going to be a fan spotlight with a young lady named Ariel. And she explained what Discord is to us because we're old.
She did not call us old.
No. We 100% said
owned it.
We don't know. Can you explain this to us? And she was very sweet about it. So. Yeah. And we are doing a change to what we said for the summer. I know we said we're going to do the summer of Bobby. There is so much, obviously, over 45 years.
Oh my gosh.
We want to be able to actually watch Bobby and do the research for Bobby without rushing or being stressed. And I shared with everyone last week the stuff that my daughter's denial, and I need a mental break. And so for the first time ever, we're going to do a rerun. We're going to do reruns of our interviews with cast members.
I feel like those are worth rerunning.
I think so too. So we will do that and maybe sprinkle in a few fan spotlights in between. If something pops up that obviously needs what is that explained, we will 1000% do that as long as it's not super, super detailed. No, we'll still I feel like we would still figure that out. So, yeah, so that's our plan for the summer. And just don't judge us too harshly on our first few interviews. So we're going to have to reshare like Real.
Yeah.
So we interviewed Taggart when he first came back.
Yeah.
Like within weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Bradford.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we have enough to last the summer and sprinkle some in with fan spotlights and if a subject or two comes up too. So, we could reshare the boys.
Oh my gosh.
The original Wiley boys. All right, the new kid's cute, but I'm sorry. There was just something about those kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what part of it was, though? Was mom on social media.
Yes.
Letting us be part of it.
Right.
That is 1,000%.
Absolutely.
They're like in France, living life. I offered for us to go.
Right. Don't you need to take some nannies with you? Hello.
So that's it for, I guess, the Port Charles 411 updates. And we did have a Port Charles pipeline. Typically, we don't really read things that are tweeted at us or commented. Like, we really do prefer the email just so we can keep it all together. But this one was so important. The Pretty Pixie on Twitter, very kindly, by the way, too, was very nice about this. In regards to Sasha, I'm pretty sure that the term cool refers to the set being off air.
Oh.
A hot set means production is rolling. That's why Sasha asked if it was cool for her. She was asking if they were rolling or if she could practice.
That makes so much sense.
And I replied, okay, I will accept that because if not, it was weird.
Yeah.
And that makes so much more sense.
Makes so much sense.
So,
thank you. That was
yes. I loved it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Educational makes everything make so much more sense.
Yes.
Thank you.
This is an educational week. We learned so much. We're like the Sesame Street for soap operas.
Oh my gosh.
Or for at least General Hospital.
Uh-huh.
What's today's word?
I can't think of a on-air word.
Oh my gosh. We could do like Pee Wee Herman, where we pick a word at the beginning and then every time you say it, you scream. Right?
And we would lose how many listeners after that?
Okay. Every time Amanda says, I hate Nina.
No need to scream, but I'm going to say it this week. I'm sorry.
Just a bit. Anything? You got anything? Okay.
What's our Hulu headlines?
So on Monday, Nina vents her frustration.
Stupid. Okay.
And the rest of the week, we have the longer, I guess someone shared with us that it's probably like the Dish Network or one of the satellite companies or whatever, anything that's not Hulu goes into further detail. For whatever reason, we had it again this week, minus Monday. On Tuesday, Sonny is insistent. Ned is grateful. Spencer picks a fight. Jocelyn updates Trina. Chase makes a romantic gesture. Carly encounters Olivia.
Okay.
I feel like those are actually pretty...
They're spot on. Again, they could be a little more creative, but yes, all that happened.
On Wednesday, you stopped writing your own.
I'm sorry.
On Wednesday, Ava offers congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Portia and Jordan clear the air.
No.
TJ presses Molly.
Yeah.
Curtis and Drew catch up. And Diane warns Carly.
I don't know that warns is the right word, but okay.
Thursday, Kristina and Sam have a frank talk. Nina is determined. TJ confides in Stella. Curtis surprises Portia. And Sonny shares important news.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, Diane and Nina clash. I don't feel like that was
a clash. It was a clarification.
It was a
relationship.
set boundaries.
Yes.
Diane sets boundaries with Nina.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will tolerate you for the next, 2 months that you're married to him. Oh, shoot. I just gave a lot away. Sorry. Anna seeks out Robert.
Uh-huh.
Drew is suspicious. Ned pleads with Olivia. And Willow's loved ones rally around her.
Yeah.
So where do you want to get started?
I mean, I feel like we're done. That recaps everything without any of my...
So join us on Thursday.
Right. Okay, so Cody and Sasha discussing the home show. That was nice. We had just had a conversation about if their relationship was going to go into a friendship or more than a friendship or what. And you said you'd like it to start as a friendship. And I feel like we got some of that on, I think that was Monday's episode. of them sitting down and her asking, like, why would you do this for me?
Right.
And him saying, well, I didn't want them to embarrass you on the air. I care about you. And she was like, yeah, but, I trust you, but I don't. And he said, well, you don't have to trust me that it was Gladys, but you have to trust me that I would not steal from you. And she was like, yeah, I can buy that.
Yep.
And they kind of parted ways then. She wanted a little bit more conversation. And he was like, no, until you can like understand everything, I don't know how to talk to you. So
But he also left with basically saying, you need to not be trusting her.
Absolutely.
I mean, he was very clear he was kind of nice about it to begin with, like almost kind of dodgy.
Right.
But then he was like, yeah, so you shouldn't do that. But then she told him that she's working on getting her guardianship back.
Yes.
And that's when he was like, good, because here's the deal.
Right. You're just not aware yet, and you will be. And when that time comes, like, I'll be your friend then too. But right now, I can't have you not believing me.
Like, I don't want them to take forever the way that Brook Lynn and Chase did, but they also started out as adversaries. So
yeah,
I do. We do talk more about this with Ariel on Thursday, but I just don't want to see, she has gone through so much and she's going to be hurt by Gladys.
Yes.
She needs to be okay. And let's be honest, Sofia Mattson's going to go on maternity leave for a minute. So I have a feeling when she finds out about Gladys, maybe she'll go spend a little time in Shady Brook and then she'll come back and she and Cody will be friends and Cody will have visited her.
I don't want her to have to go to Shady Brook.
Well, they're going to have to give her maternity leave somehow.
I think she needs to go on vacation.
Okay, she can go to that spa by herself. Oh, maybe Cody will go to the spa with her.
Or they can do a deception photo shoot abroad. And she's out traveling the world getting some beautiful shots.
Perfect. I've just been trying to figure out how they're going to work in her.
Yeah, I don't want her going crazy again. I want her to...
I don't either. It was just the more likely...
I've decided that Deception is going to send her on a world tour.
I like it.
Let everyone know about the Deceptor.
Yes. Okay. I like it.
You're welcome. Hope that the writers do when they are writing it also.
I like it better because everyone
doesn't need another...
No, because then that's going to...
Like, mental health is very important to have taken care of. I am absolutely not saying, oh, ignore the problem and just deal with it. But Sasha has been through enough therapy and enough time trying to figure out herself that I feel like everything doesn't have to send her back into a mental hospital.
And if she does, that goes against her for removing Gladys's guardian.
Right.
So, So Ms. Wu has been in Singapore.
She's going to Singapore, yeah.
She's going to Singapore. She's going to Singapore.
Mm-hmm. And she's going to let Gladys work up the money to pay her back with an interest rate of 20% a day.
I can't. That's worse than student loans.
Right?
Well, Gladys is certainly getting an education.
That is true.
And it's with the assumption that she is going to have to go to Sonny to get help.
Yep.
Assistance.
I can't wait for that conversation because Sonny's going to be like, oh, yeah, do you need like 10,000? Here you go. I'll give it to you. It's fine.
Right.
And then she's going to be like, oh, no, actually, it's 80,000 plus the interest per day. And he's going to freak out.
I just don't understand why Ms. Wu is trying to do this because she and Sonny are on good terms. They are not partners, but they are respectfully doing business and letting each other.
She got word that he's working with Pikeman and she wants a cut of that.
Oh.
That's a lot of money.
Oh. Okay.
And he kind of said, we're having this deal because you're not going to cross my lines of what you deal in, and I'm not going to cross your lines of what you deal in, so we can both coexist. And now he's making money off of something that he originally said was not ethical.
Oh, yeah. Because what if it's something that she wanted?
Right.
Did she want to do fireworks?
I don't think she wanted to do fireworks, but I'm sure she wants a cut of fireworks. Okay.
In 50 years, when it's, oh my gosh, we won't, okay. I won't be here in 50 years. Sorry, guys. You might.
Don't say that. No.
It's genetics.
No.
Okay.
Someone has to break the curse. It can be you.
I've already broken one.
Well then, see? You're the...
I'm the curse breaker.
Yes. Gold star for you, breaking curses.
I feel like I need my own video game right now.
Oh my.
Yeah, so I don't... That's a good... I like that.
That's the only thing I can think of. Because, yeah, her and Sonny have lived in peace for years. So why would she suddenly be trying to,
Yeah?
get in on his action?
I don't know where to go from there.
I think we're going to skip around just so that we can talk about the big stupid thing at the end and be done with it. So,
Or do you just want to get it over and done with? Well, it depends on which big stupid thing you're talking about.
okay, well, here, we'll go for it then. I'm talking
Your
about...
call. Your call.
I'm
Where do you-
talking about Sonny proposing to Nina. And just, first of all, the whole setup was just stupid. She's like, I understand, again, whining like she always does. I understand I can't be as important as your family because family comes first and I'll just have to find a way. And then he's like, oh, here, I'll make you a part of my family. Will you marry me? No!
That's not going to make them... Michael's still going to say, that's nice. She can stay home.
Exactly.
Until Willow is willing.
Mm-hmm.
Nina's really forgetting that she's in the hospital.
Oh, no,
Like-
she's not forgetting she's in the
Oh, yeah, that's
hospital.
right. She's calling them and
calling
saying,
the
I'm her
hospital,
mother.
I'm her mom, and they won't give information, and so she wants to sue them. Diane was my favorite character of the
Oh.
entire week because she did such a good job of being like, okay, I'm just going to tell you to wait till Willow talks to you and not get into this.
Exactly.
And then she's asking Diane, oh, I know we can't be friends, but let me butt into your personal life and tell you that you'd be happier if you weren't all about your work. And Diane's like, yeah, not friends. Remember, we just said this. So stay out of my business and don't worry about who I am
And
or
I'm sorry.
am not seeing.
Diane is across the board pretty much the same. Like when she was with Max, yes, we saw her, but she was still Diane.
I wanted her to respond back, well, maybe if the right married man comes along like you did, things can change for me.
Oh, no.
And then Nina can see how ridiculous all of her... still wouldn't see it, but she should see how ridiculous all of her advice is.
Yeah.
Just fall in love with someone's husband and then get them to leave her. And then in a year or so, you too can have a sparkly rock hiding secrets from him that are going to blow up my whole world.
Diane congratulated the jeweler.
Yes. Yes.
She was like, congratulations are in order for the jeweler.
Yes.
Not necessarily to
No.
Nina.
No.
But even before that, when Nina's complaining prior to the proposal that kind of led to that whole I'm never going to be accepted, blah, 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 she's complaining about how she can't give Willow what she asked with the making peace or at least not going after Carly. And Sonny almost sounded like he was not supporting what she was saying. He was like, well, yeah, if you're going to go after Carly, then that's on you.
Right. It's not going to work. She was whining. I told Carly that I'm sorry. And so now she's supposed to fix my relationship with Willow. And she said no. And he kind of stood there and was like, yeah, that's not going to work. Carly can't fix it. And you can't even fix it yet. There's not even a relationship to fix yet.
Right.
Baby steps.
Willow is, I know that I've said, I think Willow's going to die, but like, she's basically on her deathbed right now.
Right.
Like, Carly's not going to go to the hospital and say, hey, so here's the deal.
Right.
You have to talk to...
Can you spend your what may be your last 10 minutes here talking to this woman that's been nothing but awful to you your entire life with her?
Right. But then as Sonny was proposing to her, and I wrote this down because he said, we hurt people we love over and over, but we ask for forgiveness, which is big of us. So you just basically said, we're abusers, but we say we're sorry, so it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
not okay. Not okay.
Pretty sure I've said it before on the show. Like, the thing that I tell the kids is, if you apologize, but then continue to do the action, you're not really sorry.
Exactly.
Knowingly.
Right.
Yeah.
And sparkly rings, as much as I love them, doesn't forgive everything either.
I couldn't get over that. Like, hooray for us.
Mm-hmm. And it was just drama, unnecessary drama. Will you marry me? No, I want a sincere proposal. My gosh.
I was surprised to see that he already had, like, he has been carrying around a ring.
I was surprised too, but I also feel like Sonny just has like a drawer back in his living or in his bedroom with like 20 different rings to hand out to whoever he feels like at what time. So,
Wow.
they're all like the same exact style. It's not, he didn't really, this isn't grandma's wedding ring that I'm passing down.
Thank goodness.
This isn't, oh, I bought this one for you because I know you like this. He just buys big blingy rings, and they all
probably get a wholesale discount when you
Maybe.
buy in bulk.
Maybe. I wish I had the kind of money to have those kind of diamonds, but I don't, so I'm not sure how that works.
I don't know.
But yeah, it just felt stupid. And then she's like, oh, okay, since you have a big sparkly ring, yes, I guess I will marry you. And then they sit there and just look
that
at
is
each
a problem.
other.
I actually didn't even think about the fact that she was against it until he gave her the ring.
Yep.
I was just kind of like, seriously, the whole time. But yeah, she didn't say yes until there was a ring.
She didn't say yes until there was a ring, and she is going to say the reason why is because that was proof that he was serious. But again, it's not hard to get a ring. Like, okay, maybe he had to think about it 24 hours beforehand or something.
Yeah.
And Sonny doesn't really even have to think about it. He just calls up his jeweler if he doesn't have a drawer in his bedroom and is like, hey, get me a pretty sparkly ring. I'm going to propose again. And his jeweler's like, okay, cool. That's an easy 100,000 I'm going to make. Have a great day.
Wow.
Just
and then they
over
go
it.
to the Metro Court to celebrate, and Carly oversees.
Right.
Which, this was my big stupid moment of the week. Why would Drew take her there? And then he says, oh, shoot, where did he said something about, oh, I'm sorry, is this too painful for you? Like, after they've been there for...
Well, he said he took her there.
Because it's the closest to the hospital.
Right. He did try to explain it. But the fact that that's where Sonny and Nina went is ridiculous, because I'm assuming, it seems like for the most part, that when Nina's there, Olivia's not. And when Olivia's there, Nina's not, because they're managing on separate shifts. So if you are off and can go to the restaurant, that means Olivia's around. So even if Carly wouldn't have happened to have been there, Olivia would have seen it. And they announced it to the waitress. You think they don't all gossipy behind the...
Right.
We're celebrating our engagement. No.
Nina didn't seem too thrilled for her. She was like, oh, really? You're doing that?
Nina?
Ava.
Oh.
When
you said
Ava's...
Nina.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Ava didn't seem too thrilled when she was like, I don't know if that's okay.
Right. Because she knows that the information's going to come out that it was Nina who called and said about Carly, insider trading, blah, blah, blah. And when that comes out, Sonny is going to pick Carly. And that was reinforced because Diane goes to see Carly and says, here's your options. You can turn on Drew or you can turn on Sonny, but that's your only choices to save yourself. And she said, I'm not turning on Drew because that's not how that went. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not turning on Sonny because it's Sonny. Well, she's not going to lie about someone she's currently involved with. Like, that was a big lie to go against, because he 100% discouraged her. It wasn't even wishy-washy. He was like, don't do this. And she went and did it anyway. So to throw him under the bus would be more than unfair.
Yes.
And then Sonny, she's like, no, I'm not doing that. And Sonny comes to her to tell her about the engagement. Oh my gosh, Donna was so cute. Daddy! And she comes running in. That is like the cutest
Chocolate
child.
chip pancakes.
So cute. And I was very proud of their co-parenting.
Yep.
For Carly to be like, yeah, you can make the kid pancakes. I don't care. Like,
right.
We're fine.
But then Jocelyn coming in and being like, why is he here? Isn't there a visitation schedule?
Yeah.
Joss, sometimes parents care about their kids more than the visitation schedule.
But again, she's a young adult.
But then she whines to
doesn't see
Carly about how Sonny didn't do what she asked. And Carly basically did the same thing Sonny did with Nina. Well, yeah, if Dex wanted out,
right,
then Dex should have asked. You were kind of wrong here, girl.
Yep.
But yes, and then he even made some in the freezer.
Yes. So she could have some tomorrow, which was very cute.
Yes.
But he says, you can go ahead and turn me in. Just tell me ahead of time so I can kind of do damage control. And she says, I'm not turning you in. You know that. And he says, but that may be what you need to do. And she said, if the roles were reversed, would you turn me in? And he says, no, of course not. So
Same thing.
there you go. But that was my favorite part, was when he went back to Nina and is like, oh yeah, I told Carly she may have to turn me in.
Uh-huh.
And the look on Nina's face. And I was like, yes.
Like, you got to think these things through. It's not just... And that's... Ava told her, basically, you have made a whole lot of bad decisions here, girl.
Right.
But then she's also the one who was kind of saying, oh, but if we got Drew to go against Carly, this could work out.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why Nina annoys me so much. Ava tries to at least see the big picture and then plan accordingly. So she's good at scheming and getting her way. Nina is just like, I want this right now, so I'm going to do it. Oh, no, it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to.
She's like Veruca Salt.
Yes. Yes. I want it because I want it. Ridiculous. So yeah, I just hated all of it, but Diane was my favorite of the whole week because she did not really congratulate them. And then even as Nina is talking about them being married for ever and ever, she's like, yeah, you think that's going to happen? Okay, sure. I don't think there's any other part of the big thing then. There you go.
No.
It was just stupid.
And then Drew goes to the Quartermain mansion and they're talking again about, at the Metro Court, Drew and Carly were talking about how to get someone to blackmail Ned. And they're all sitting there and she's like, oh, but I like Brook Lynn.
Yes.
I'm not going to do that to her.
So it comes back on Tracy. I just don't know what else they're going to find that Tracy has done other than the Brook Lynn Chase stuff. And you don't want to throw Brook Lynn Chase under.
Right.
So I'm not sure what they're going to find.
So Tracy first was meeting, everyone was at the Metro Court at the beginning of the week. And everyone was having coffee. Diane and Carly, Alexis and Sam, Sonny and Nina. They were all having coffee. That was the opening scene for every single one of them.
Okay.
And they were back to back to back. It was before the opening credits.
Yeah.
It was enough to obviously notice. Anywho, Tracy had Chase meet her at the Metro Court so that she could get to know him. And he was so polite and trying so hard. Finn introduces Gregory to Tracy as my friend. And then Tracy's kind of laying a little bit into Chase. Like, don't you think you're being unfair to Brook Lynn? And, you know, you should make up with her, and kind of calling him out on, I don't even feel like she was saying he was a bad person, but like, you're not seeing this. Like, she was bringing to attention, because that's what Chase basically said. That's not what I meant to do, but what if that's how Brook Lynn feels?
Right.
Tracy just told me how Brook Lynn's feeling. But Gregory calls her a snob?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And Tracy just kind of laughs like, that's the worst you can do?
Oh, that was just... Oh, but then he's also trying to go to Disney this second.
Right. We got to go right now.
And that's not suspicious.
Mm-mm.
I do kind of feel bad because he's trying to make the best out of...
He's trying to make the best, and that's understandable. It's great that he wants to give these last memories to Violet of Grandpa took us to Disney, blah, blah, blah. But when you expect someone to change their whole schedule with a week's notice, you got to give them a reason.
Right. Exactly.
It's
and
not
Chase
just because I want
got back
to.
on the force, like Finn said.
Yes. If Chase goes to them and says, hey, my dad has this disease and it's quickly progressing, can I please take a week off? They'll probably say yes. If he just says, oh, I know I started back on, but I want to go to Disney World, they're going to say no.
Yeah.
It's just and for Gregory, who's been a professor all this time, you don't know that's how that works?
Right.
Like, come on.
He does just need to tell them.
He does. I'm tired of them dragging this out.
It's not even like they're dragging it out, though. So they're not doing it the way that they dragged out Willow's. It's once every 6 weeks we see Gregory.
Right. And then we have to flip over to Alexis, who is now she's decided she's going to reach out. So she sends the text that's like, hey, if you need anything, I'm here. And then we won't hear anything for another couple weeks.
Right. There was so much that happened in the Metro Court. Because the way that Carly walked by Sonny and Nina was because she was out in the hallway talking with Olivia.
Yes.
And Olivia was telling Carly technically what she did was illegal, and she's not going to turn on her husband if he did turn her in. She did what she's being accused of.
Right.
So why would she kick out her husband over that?
Right. Especially knowing that Olivia and Ned did struggle for a while, and now everything is good as it can be with a Quartermain anyway. And she's not saying that he wasn't wrong for calling,
Right.
but she's not going to end her marriage over the fact that you got caught doing something you shouldn't have been doing.
And Carly was surprised.
Right. She wouldn't have ended her relationship with Sonny if it was flip-flopped. Like, come on.
100%. So I really liked Olivia. But then at home,
yes,
where you do it, like where you have these conversations, she's like, what the heck were you thinking?
Right.
Now Carly's mad at me. And he tells everyone, oh, question, did they convert the Quartermain den back to, because didn't they change that room? I thought that they removed all the hardwood and made it, I thought that was the room that had.
I think they're two different rooms.
Okay.
I didn't think it was the same one, but maybe.
Okay. I thought that they had changed that room and then it just got converted back. But oh well. Brook Lynn was writing.
Some depressing song. That was funny. Ned was like, so things still aren't going great, huh?
Yep. And then Olivia and Ned come in and Tracy. And Brook Lynn's like, wait a second. Why are we not, or no, I think it was Ned said, why are we not trying to figure out who would actually go against Carly and Drew, and then Carly, and then Drew. And so Brook Lynn's making her little doodle, and Tracy's like, it's a Venn diagram of enemies. I love Tracy.
Yes.
I miss her so much, but I so enjoy the time that she comes back for a minute.
She said she's not leaving just yet because they were all like, you can get a ticket. And she's like, no, thank you.
Oh, it was Venn diagram of revenge. That's what it was. That was even better.
Yes.
And so they were really trying to figure out who it was. And Tracy, of course, is thinking that Ned did do it because that would be the right business decision to make. And Olivia is trying to believe her husband didn't. And he's like, but Brook Lynn believes me.
Yes.
And Drew comes in and then they all start talking about, I think they continued on because even Drew said, I want to believe you.
Right.
You just told me you were going to do it and then it happened.
Right.
So.
And I have no other plausible suspects at this moment. So of course it's you.
Tracy was talking about trying to promote unity, and Drew reminds her of withholding the medicine from Edward. And
that was so funny.
But that actually happened this week in 1980.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize
it was all
week.
over Twitter. Like someone, I think it was Hospitales or GH History, which are the two, shared, today's the day that Tracy withheld the medication, and this is the day that Edward let her know. Like, haha, funny. I got you. So I don't know if they meant to time that
I'm
that
sure
way.
they did, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
No,
you do?
Yeah.
But I love how they're throwing in little sprinkles of history.
Yes.
I feel like it's to celebrate the 60 years.
Right.
So I'm a fan.
Yes. And then they heard music.
Okay. Go ahead.
So Brook Lynn walks outside and is like, Finn, what are you doing here? As he's standing there looking totally annoyed, playing her song, and then up walks Chase and starts singing about how they belong together. And she tries to interrupt him to say something, and he's like, no. And they just like kiss, and now they're all back together and life is perfect.
Why couldn't Chase just hold the kids? That's what we used to call a boombox. And that is recreating the popular scene from Say Anything, where John Cusack holds the boombox playing In Your Eyes. And I kept waiting for Chase to just say something about In Your Eyes. And now I'm disappointed it didn't happen.
I'm sorry.
If you're going to copy a famous movie's famous scene, at least do something like that.
Okay.
In my opinion. But yeah, so that was really cute.
It was cute, but it just didn't move forward then. Like, they left, and it just, like, didn't go anywhere. Yeah. Once again, it's wait for something else. I did like Finn was like, I think I'm done here now.
Yes. He was like, bye. You guys can get back to your Quartermain quarreling or whatever it is that you're doing, but I'm going to go ahead and go. I did like that. I think that might be it for the Quartermains. Willow goes in for the procedure. I did like her conversation with Sasha saying, if I want to turn to my mother, which one am I going to get? Am I going to get the woman that's hated me, or am I going to get this woman who is kind of overkill right now?
No, I felt like that was stupid. If she's having her last moments and wants a mother figure, she's going to call for Carly. because we've already established that Carly is the mother figure. And I feel like...
Did Nina complain about that this week too? Or was that last week?
No, that was last week.
Okay.
And
Sorry.
I feel like the level of in love her and Michael are supposed to be, and the fact that she doesn't have a mom around, her dying moments when she's calling out for someone is going to be Michael.
Yeah. And her kids.
Yeah.
If possible.
Right.
You know, depending on the situation.
Right.
I agree.
That just felt like odd to me. If you have a really good relationship with your mom, then yeah, in your final moments, that may be where you're going to. But I feel like if you have not had a relationship with your mom and you have a husband or best friend or children or something that's significant, it's like we say all the time, it doesn't have to be your mom.
Blood.
Doesn't have to be your mom.
Yeah.
You can have someone else that's in that capacity.
Yes.
And since they've tried to, especially with Willow, talk about how like the blood bond doesn't make it because she's Wiley's mom, even though she didn't birth him, and blah, 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 blah. Why are we now going to concentrate on this? Oh, it has to be the biological person that she's going to need at the end.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if it had to be, I feel like she would be more inclined to go to Liesl.
Right, because she's the one that tried to save her life and has not been crappy to her all this time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like that was dumb. If they had had a relationship for the past 6 months or something, then I could see maybe it coming into question. But the way their relationship has been, no, you're not going to ask for Nina.
Yeah.
If so, they have you on some really good meds because you're hallucinating something.
So where do we go from there? I guess we could just really quickly wrap up that Anna and Robert talked about Holly leaving and working with Ms. Wu.
Yes, and then Diane walked in, and Anna was like, all right, that's my cue to get up. Here we go. You guys
She's
can
basically
talk it
like
out.
telling him subtly, you're being an idiot.
Right.
Choose Diane.
The woman you want is right there, so I'm going to walk away so you guys can have that conversation.
They really are so cute. I know we say it like every single time, but they really are. Well, she even called him out. I was exhausted. I just came back from like this huge situation in Greenland. My man's making me dinner. You broke in, well, busted in,
Right.
took my wine, and now you're not going to open up to me?
Exactly.
Like, no.
No. We've been friends for way too long. Tell me what's going on. I just really hope that they actually put them together and keep them together, because one of the things that was making me excited for their relationship is it's a mature adult relationship without the games back and forth.
Yes.
They can just be attracted, say what they think, and move forward.
And the only drama is their jobs.
Right.
It's a conflict of interest.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, you know where I'm going with that. It's not necessarily conflict of interest, but there could be complications.
A relationship can be exciting without who are they going to pick drama. And I just feel like at the ages that Diane and Robert are, that's where we should be.
That could happen at any age.
It could, but I just mean especially at their age.
So one thing we didn't talk about was Joss telling Michael that she talked to Dex, and he kind of like flipped out on her.
I felt like that.
And then she yelled at him.
Yeah, I felt like he should have known.
But he gave her a little bit of a reality check on, do you really think you're going to be able to be a doctor dating someone like him? Like, have you really, really thought about your future? You know, not just he's going to quit. He was like, but if he doesn't quit, have you thought about your future?
No.
No, what?
No, she hasn't thought about that.
Oh, okay.
Because she's a young adult who is in like with this boy and
infatuated.
Yes, thinks that she may end up in love with him. And so no, she hasn't thought that far ahead.
He was being a big brother and was like, you need to think about these things before you go running away with him. And, you know, he is a grown man. He was doing this work before I met him. I hired him. Still not a fan of how he has just hung him out to dry, basically, because he has put him in a very difficult position.
Yeah, see, I think that Michael was trying to twist it. Like, if you
in
sit
his
and think
favor
about this,
yes.
It wasn't going to work out anyway because you can't be a doctor married to him. So just let it go and he can leave. and then I didn't do anything wrong. And she's calling him out on, it doesn't matter what happens with us. You changed how this storyline was going to go because you're not turning Sonny in, and you need to find a way to get him out of this now that you no longer need him in there.
Yes, that part I liked, that because Michael does need to take ownership in that.
Right.
It's not just...
And he's like, well, Dex knew that this would be complicated. No, Dex knew that, yes, he could get killed on the job if they found out, or that he was going to be totally safe because Sonny's organization was going to go down. He did not know that he would be left in this middle ground of, oh no, am I safe, am I not? Now I have to work in this forever to remain safe. And it was unfair.
Yes. They both had really good points.
But I liked that at the end of the day, they did not hold that grudge. Like she said to Carly, he may not want me to go. And Carly's like, yeah, come on, we're going to see Willow. And even though they kind of looked at each other like, oh, I'm still mad, Joss said it.
Carly kind of looked at both of them like, not now.
Right. And Joss said at the end, like, all that matters is that Willow's getting the treatment and that we're here for her. So good job adulting in that moment.
And then I was upset with Spencer because Dex was being really nice.
He was.
I didn't get the impression that he was doing it snidely or like sarcastically or anything.
No.
Like he was genuinely being nice, and Spencer was being so rude, and Trina called him out on it because she walked in on it.
And then they go into the steam room and end up fighting because Spencer couldn't let it go. And Trina's like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
So you're saying you threw the first punch, he defended himself, and then he left. Yeah, no, we're not going to call Joss and say anything to her about it. You're right, because you'll look like even more of a jerk.
Yeah. But Spencer gives Dex a rundown of who Joss was, and Dex is like, that's great. So when she was 6, she did all these things.
Right. She may have matured a little bit in the past.
Oh, I forgot to check. Was there a Cassadine horse named Whiskey? I wanted to ask that, or I wanted to look that up. Darn it. We'll just go with a probably. There was.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that there was.
There was Cinnamon, wasn't there?
There was
Why
Cinnamon.
do I know that?
I don't know, but there was Cinnamon.
And you know it too.
Because it was a cute name.
Yeah. And she likes... He said chocolate chips dipped in peanut butter. I get a spoonful of peanut butter and dip it like in, kind of like how you do an ice cream cone with sprinkles into the chocolate chips. Am I the only one? Because like, I don't know. I thought that was funny. I just wouldn't dip the chocolate chip. There's not enough width to the chip.
Right, you'll lose it in your peanut butter.
Right, so you need the spoon.
Yes, I agree with your method, but no, I have not done that.
Oh, it's so good. You don't like peanut butter though, do you?
I do like peanut butter. I just...
Oh, it's mac and cheese you don't like.
I don't like mac and cheese.
This is what happens when you're friends.
It doesn't matter how she was at 6.
Right, and he was talking about like, and
now.
I'm part of her future, and I liked that.
Then the Davis girls, is that what we have left?
Yeah, I guess we just go to Marley and TJ first. Would make the most sense. New location, we have their apartment.
We've been in their apartment before.
Have we? I don't think so.
I thought we had.
I'll look back at the previous rundown lists.
I thought we had, because I thought we had commented on it was Brad's apartment and stuff.
I don't know.
Don't know.
I haven't been there in a long time.
No, we have not been there in a long time. I will give you that. So they were there, and she had come in late, and then she was leaving early, and he's like, hey, maybe you should slow down, take a day off, like take time to mentally process all this. And she got upset and flipped out about how, you know, she's not sick and she's definitely not pregnant, so why should she take some time off, and had a breakdown of the guilt that she felt, which, and we talk about mom guilt all the time, that's just another part of it. If you are trying to have a kid and it's not working out, then somehow it's all your fault, even though the science behind it shows you that it's not. As a woman, lots of women feel like that's our basic job.
TJ showed something that a lot of men don't show, is his own guilt. And first of all, I am your significant other and I've been with you for like half your life.
Right.
Essentially.
Right. And I never knew that this was so painful.
Right. And on top of it, he's a doctor.
Right.
But it also goes back to, if you don't know that it's pain, when he was like, has it been painful when we've been intimate? And she's like, well, sometimes, but I'm not going to I'm not going to say anything.
I don't want to not be intimate with you.
Right.
No, I
loved that entire. I hated that we had to have that scene, but I thought that was a beautifully done scene because he could really give spouses and significant others lessons of you don't have to be a solution. He really was wondering, how did I miss this? How have you been suffering with this for years and I didn't know?
Right.
But he didn't blame her and he didn't make it about him. He was just like, I think he felt like he failed her.
Right.
And we could have been handling this a long time ago, but
yes.
And then he like confided in Stella and everything.
And Stella did a great job too. She was like, yeah, that's a very difficult situation to deal with. And, you know, I'm sure Molly is feeling like this, and this. And you just have to kind of give her space, but at the same time, let her know that you're there for her. You're going through this together, blah, blah, blah. And it was very nice.
I think it's interesting that TJ does not talk to Jordan about anything anymore. Nothing happened there.
Mm-mm.
He just doesn't. He talks to Stella about everything.
Well, wasn't Jordan against him and Molly in the beginning?
I don't think so, but they've been together like 15 years.
I know, but I feel like she's made comments here or there that just make it not as easy to confide in her.
Maybe.
But yeah, Stella was great. And then on the flip side, first we see Kristina talking to her mom about, I have all these new ideas, and Sam's there, and she's like nitpicking everything of, you're doing this in the wrong order. You should have done this first. Are you sure you can handle all this? Blah, 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 blah.
Like, why was she being so unsupportive?
I don't know. Like, if we're a day before opening and she hasn't done this stuff, like, yeah, you should probably bring that stuff up. Obviously, I'm exaggerating by a day because you would look at it earlier. But they're just in the initial planning stages. Why does it matter if she got a graphic designer before she talked to the
You could do that by
contractor?
yourself for 5 minutes in Canva.
Right.
That was not a plug.
Just something she knows how to use.
But exactly. You know, that's not, you can order one on Etsy.
Yeah.
Like, you can send, hey, I like your style. Can you make this with this name and these colors?
Right.
And they'll do it.
Right.
It's not like she hired a salaried, contracted employee.
No. And she didn't take 6 months like, oh, I can't move forward from this step because we have to get our logo perfect and focus on that for a ridiculous amount of time.
And she wasn't wrong about the contractors handle the permits. Most of the time, contractors handle the permits, or they will tell you if they don't. It sounds like she knows they will.
Yes.
So
yeah, why burst in her bubble?
And she's been running Charlie's for years.
Mm-hmm.
She knows how business works. Yes, this is a different type of business, but she is familiar. Why are we so inconsistent on the role as being played by announcements? Didn't make one for Kristina, but made one for Molly.
Because Kristina is permanent and Molly is not.
Temporary, right. But they used to do when it was any kind of a change.
Yes, I agree with you. That's how they used to do it, and I would be all for that. But I think that was what the deciding factor was this week.
Well, that's dumb.
So.
Sorry. That's dumb. We just... Obviously, we all know that that's a new Kristina, and she is cute.
I think she's doing a good job. I mean, again,
to give her,
it's hard to let somebody else take over the role, and I kind of felt bad for the actresses of Alexis and Sam to be like, "Oh, we're getting both of them at the same time, brand new, like, oh,
and huge storylines."
Yes, but yeah, she did a good job, and the current replacement for Molly is doing a good job too. Oh, no, see, I thought she was okay. Again, I feel like we've grown very attached to those characters. It's hard to replace it, but I felt like they were okay.
I just thought it was weird. Maybe it was just this. Molly just comes running in and yells, like, I have endometriosis, out of, like, there was nothing.
She was crying on Alexis for a minute, and then the other girls were like, what is wrong?
I don't know. I thought that the delivery was weird.
I thought the delivery was weird because she didn't finish the sentence. Like Sam said, and even the doctors said, it's not 100% meaning you cannot carry your own child. So I have endometriosis. Okay, and
like what does that mean?
Right. She didn't finish it with, I'm probably not going to be able to carry my child or whatever.
Yeah.
I did like that they kept Kristina in character the way that she would say, like, Molly finds a problem, she finds the solution, and we move on. Like, it's okay.
Yep.
And she didn't mean to be insensitive, even though it was. It was just, this is how Molly always is about everything. So why not assume this is how she'll be for her own issue?
Right. I did like Molly and Alexis outside, and she was like, okay, do you need me as an attorney or as mom? Like, which one do you need right now?
Right.
And she needed her mommy.
Yes.
But then Sam and Kristina had that conversation. It was just so weird. Like, Sam is so against, and I don't know. I'm so confused as to why Sam is so against Kristina doing this.
Like, the old Kristina a couple years ago, yeah, she was kind of flighty and all over the place, and you'd want to be checking that she's following the main stuff on top of just the fun stuff. But Kristina has really shown herself to be responsible in the limited time that we've seen her over the past few years.
But even if this was a couple years ago, this is something she's super passionate about. And it's so easy to be on top of everything whenever it's something that you're passionate about, and learning everything that she needs to do to make this what she wants it to be.
Right.
Because she has a specific vision. She obviously is getting support from Sonny. I'm sure that he has some kind of a business manager working alongside her, perhaps. Be surprised if he didn't. But I don't know. She may not have known where to start a few years ago, but I feel like she still could have done it. You know,
Definitely.
We just decided to only have her on twice a year for
Right.
the past 5 years.
Right. And definitely don't need that negativity no matter where she's starting from. As her sister, she should be supportive. And if she sees that she's lacking somewhere, say, hey, do you need some help with this? Or can I recommend a good blah, 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 or whatever.
Right.
Not just rip her down before she even gets really started.
And she even said, I am meeting with these people this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously she has the plan in place.
Mm-hmm.
She's just talking to them first. And then she even basically called out Sam on, thanks for knocking me off my game. I was feeling really good about this
Right.
until I talked to you.
Yes.
And she didn't bring up anything that actually made sense.
Mm-hmm.
The thing she should have asked is, so if Sonny's bankrolling this, aren't you worried about what that'll do?
Very true.
That would have been a better question. I was thinking like more money related, like, well, how are you going to pay for all this? Oh, Sonny. Oh,
Hope it's
what do you
coffee
think's going to
money.
happen there? You know,
Coffee business.
I didn't even
money.
think about that until just now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Very interesting though.
Yep. Miss anything on your notes? That was all that I had.
Oh yeah. Portia, Jordan, and Curtis.
Oh God. Yeah. I think I blocked that out of my memory.
So Curtis is remembering his conversation with Jordan as he is asking Drew if they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right? Like,
Yeah.
because he's like, you didn't even tell me about you and Carly. And then Portia thanked Jordan for bringing Trina home. Basically, they're good. That's where they left it, I think.
I don't think they were good. I think that Jordan's feeling guilty.
No. Drew and Curtis.
Oh, yeah.
Curtis
Drew
was
and-
like, are we good? You didn't even tell me about Carly.
Yeah, no, they're good. They established they're good. But at the same time, then Portia is trying to thank Jordan, and she's like, don't thank me. Don't make me feel all wonderful and good, blah, blah, blah. Like, And then Curtis gets off the elevator and is like, it looked like you were going to say something. And she's like, I don't know what I was doing. Like, this whole conversation was just ridiculous that all of a sudden Portia's worshiping the ground I walk on because I brought home her daughter. Meanwhile, it's been a week now and I didn't do it by myself.
And
I
they've
just kinda
seen
helped.
each other.
Right.
It's not like it was the first
Right.
time
You
that they
said
saw
thank
each
you
other.
already. Like, why are you doing this?
And then Curtis goes and talks to Portia and says that he's going to move back home, but he's going to sleep in the guest room. As Jordan is confiding in Anna,
Mm-hmm.
they're not that kind of friends. I mean, now they are, but before this, they're not that kind of friends.
No.
To be fair, Jordan does not have friends, so let's get her some.
That
So
would be nice.
we're cool with that.
Yes.
But that just felt very awkward to me.
It felt very awkward and it just wasn't the way. So we had our fan interview before we recorded this, obviously. And we were talking about Curtis and Jordan, and you guys asked if I had seen Thursdays. And
That's right. This is what we were hiding from you.
Yes. So I thought that when I said Curtis isn't the kind to cheat, that it was going to end up that Thursday him and Jordan hooked up. And so I was like, oh man, I'm going to go home and be disappointed when I watch
Well,
this.
he did cheat.
No, I meant.
Like, continue. Like,
Yeah,
make
like
a full-blown affair.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like, they kissed, but then they stopped, not excusing that cheating in any
He wanted to
capacity
get
is not
out of
okay.
there. That is straight up cheating.
Yes.
Second their lips touched.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
But it didn't happen, and they put a stop to it because they were going to explore all their feelings and whatever. So I thought that what you guys were saying was that it was going to be that Thursday they got caught up in the moment.
No.
And it full-fledged happened. And I was going to be so mad because that's not the Curtis that I feel like I know. But then it wasn't the Curtis I feel like I know either. They didn't resolve anything. I'm going to move back in. I'm going to move back in and sleep in the guest room. Okay, so we can pass each other in the hallway like two ships in the night?
Right, like maybe we should have dinner tonight. Or, I mean, she's a doctor, so that's tough. But, like, let's have dinner together every Monday because that's your off day. Like, let's make sure that we're spending time together. Let's, like, actually work on this.
Right.
But he pretty much was just like, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's not a plan. Moving back in without a plan, I can testify to this. Moving back in without a plan is not fixing anything. It's just making everybody feel weird.
I can imagine.
So, very disappointed with how that all turned out. And that we're making Jordan the bad guy again because now she has this secret and should she tell or not tell or whatever.
How long do DNA tests take?
Not that long.
I mean, they sell them in the drugstore now.
Mm-hmm.
So we should know already.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay.
Right, and that's
it just occurred to me that we still don't know. That didn't happen. I thought that we were going to find out that day. Like, I was imagining when Taggart and Trina left the room after he hugged her and was like, you're always going to be my girl. And we saw that terrified look on his face of, oh, she's going to find out that she's not mine. I thought we were going to be met with, and here are the results.
Right. Which is another thing that doesn't make any sense, that he's going to move back in as much as he says those results aren't going to matter. They are. So he's going to move back in just so that then he can get angrier and move back out.
That would have been better if after he had kissed Jordan, he had also gotten the text saying the results are ready, gone, found out that he had Trina, and then said, okay, I need to move back. Like, let's talk about me moving back in. Let's talk about what this is going, the plan.
Mm-hmm.
How is this going to work? I did like that he did not second guess when Portia was like, so I was talking to Marcus.
Yeah.
And he was telling me I'm being ridiculous. And he was right.
Yeah.
Right? That was basically the conversation that she told him that she had, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I want it to turn out that Trina is still Taggart's, and that to like break Curtis because you gave me this hope and now it's not true and blah, 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 and then break them up. I'm over them.
Despite the whole Jordan thing that is just dumb, I don't want his heart to be broken. I mean, and I don't want either of their hearts to be broken, but I feel like at this point we've set it up. I would like to see he and Trina form a relationship. But I feel like they're going to anyway.
Yeah, they already have a relationship.
But not whenever Trina finds out that he kissed Jordan. And she will find out.
Of course.
Women always find out.
Mm-hmm.
Guys always find out too.
Especially whenever people like to have conversations in the middle of hospitals.
Right? I don't know. It was an interesting week, I guess.
Yeah, I was kind of bored.
I'm just going to throw it out there again. Give us till Thursday so that we have weeks last.
Yes.
That'd be nice. Because I think we were doing the math and we might be until the end of June.
It dropped late on Hulu yesterday.
No, so sometimes it doesn't show below. It's up in the...
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so see, I did not see it up in the thing, and I thought it hasn't dropped
I didn't watch
yet.
It last night, though. I watched it this morning.
Okay, I was like,
but it doesn't
maybe...
drop down into the... It's up there.
All right. See, I thought maybe you were right, because I was like, it's not listing it. And then when I went back later on, it was on the bottom, and I was like...
So there's your how to Hulu. I guess that just really...
Yep, that's...
Reality check.
I just worked a lot this week. It was pretty much just, especially Thursday and Friday, I feel like everyone remembered, oh, this is a 3-day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not complaining. I mean, it was stressful, but that was it. Oh, but yesterday, so my son was super cute on Tuesday. He asked me if he could take my car to the car wash sometime and like really clean it out. Because I belong to that one that has the subscription that you can go through. And I go through all the time now. And I was like, sure, we'll see what happens. Like today you can't do it. He didn't wind up doing it. However, yesterday morning before we recorded, he cleaned out my car.
Aww.
He went and got paper bags from when we got an Aldi Instacart. He actually sorted my stuff too. So if it looked like it was all papers, all went in one bag, other stuff went in another bag. He threw away the garbage. And I didn't even ask him to do this. He took out my floor mats and sprayed them down.
Nice.
And he went and got wipes and wiped down my seats and dashboard and everything.
Wow.
I just actually wanted him to take any extra stuff out of my car.
Right.
I wasn't asking him to actually clean my car
Mm-hmm.
because I went to MacBid yesterday and I had won a $450 roll top thingy for my husband's truck bed for $75.
Wow.
So I needed the space.
Yes.
And they closed early.
Yes.
And with how everything was kind of piling up, I was like, oh shoot, I'm not going to have time to make the space in my car. So that's when I asked him. And then he just took it a step further and it made it so nice.
Nice. I'm jealous. Someone needs to do that for my car. I had a rental car last week and it was so nice and shiny and beautiful. And then I got my car back and I was like, I really love my car, but someone needs to make the inside brand new looking again.
I just want to get it detailed. I need to get it detailed.
They're so expensive though.
I spend so much. It's a write off for me.
Oh.
I spend so much time in my car.
All right. Well, I don't have that perk. So but that's very nice.
It was. What about you?
Do you want my cat story or my dream story?
Both.
I don't know that everybody else wants to hear both. So I had a dream the other night that I was in a hotel, but it looked like the way the rooms went, it looked like the Haunted Star.
Okay.
And I was walking down the hallway and I saw this big wad of cash and I picked it up and I was like, oh no, Jason's emergency money. He dropped it. So I tucked it in my bra.
Of course.
And then I kept walking and his wallet was there. And I was like, oh no, this is really bad. Jason lost his like extra money and his wallet. So I picked that up and then I went into one of the rooms and someone was with me, but I don't know who was with me because I was like talking to them like, oh my gosh, this is such a big deal. So I went into Jason's room and I opened up his side table drawer and his gun was missing. And I was like, oh no, this is something so bad. And then I don't know what else happened in the rest of the dream, like what the whole point of all of it was. I remember being confused on if we were staying on the boat or if we were moving to a hotel room.
Okay.
And so I couldn't figure out like what should I take with me and what should I not take with me, but we need to move.
You had to go now.
Yes, because there's something bad going on. And
Was it phase on?
So it was not phase on. Oh my God. I would seek therapy if I had phase on in my dreams. And I never actually saw Jason. It was just, I knew this was his stuff.
Okay.
And so then we're like on the land and there's people shooting at us. And my ex-husband was there and someone almost shot him. Like I saw the bullet in slow motion whiz past his shoulder. And then I like woke up and was like, oh my God, is he okay? And then I realized, wait, I was dreaming about Jason's money. This was not an actual thing that happened.
And she is talking about Jason Morgan.
Yes. Jason Morgan, totally GH set. My ex-husband in the dream. I even texted him the next day and I was like, I know this is really weird, but
Have you been
okay?
shot at?
Like, he's had some health problems in the past that he's fully recovered from, but they check it on him, every couple years just to make sure everything's still good. And so I was like, hey, odd question. Are you okay? Like health-wise? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I had a dream about you and I don't usually dream about you. And I just need to know that you're okay. And he was like, well, thank you for being concerned, but yeah, I'm
like,
fine.
I had a dream you almost were shot.
Right. And like I saw it like the movies do where it just like grazed past
like
him. And I was
Matrixy.
like, oh no. So that was my weird, I don't know how all those things mushed together in my brain and why
I used to have a dream
happened.
book. It's been years. I'm pretty sure I got rid of it, but like
I highly doubt
you should
it
Google
says Jason Morgan money stash ex-husbands. I doubt there's a subheading under that.
shootings in dreams. Unexpected news is coming your way. A dream about a shooting or hearing shots is often a warning to prepare for unexpected news in your waking life. So you were on top of it to
Message him, yes.
message him. You didn't shoot him.
No.
Okay.
See, nothing about Jason Morgan's money. I'm telling you, it's not going to come up.
So you might have been worried about his health. I don't know.
That could be. I don't know. It was just very funny that it had GH related stuff in the middle of it, because I like very distinctly remember being like, oh no, Jason's wad of money.
Dreaming of
Just left
TV characters.
Okay, now that's going to be like a inappropriate response, and it was not that kind of dream.
Dream characters generally symbolize the dynamics in your life, especially your inner life emotions.
Oof.
So
I don't think I want a Jason in my inner life emotions.
I don't know.
All right, so real quick onto the cat story then, since I introduced both of them. So we have a whole lot of cats. We have one in particular that thinks he's an outside cat.
Okay.
He escapes every time that you open the door, goes and hangs out in the neighborhood for a couple hours, and then comes back every day. It happens like clockwork. Just that's how it is. So last week, the cat went out and he didn't come home that night. And so everybody in my family was like, oh my gosh, I hope he didn't get hit by a car, blah, blah, blah. But we have a very active Facebook community that if people see a dead animal on the side of the road, they post about it. So I was confident, like, I'm
not really active in that group, so I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, they do. They're like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but and they like describe it and where it's at so that people know. So there was no posts about smushed cat anywhere. And so I was like, I'm telling you, he did not get hit by a car. Like, we were all good with that, but I don't know where he went because he always comes home.
Yeah.
So Madeline went off to school, and I guess had a conversation at the bus stop with her friends about how this cat that always comes back didn't come back and she's concerned or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So go through the whole next day. And again, everybody's like, oh no, the cat. And I'm like, you guys, calm down. I don't know where he's at. I'll put a post on Facebook because someone maybe thought he was a stray and took him in. And so he can't come home because they have him locked in their house. So it's 11 o'clock at night. I'm literally on my phone texting like the write-up for Facebook of if you found this cat, blah, 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 blah. And my phone rings, and it's Madeline's friend's dad, he's a super nice guy, but it's not like we chat all the time, right?
It's also 11 o'clock at night.
Right.
So you're thinking...
I'm like, what happened is if his daughter, realized she had homework or something, or if there's something wrong, he has other kids, so, like, you need me to come stay with the other kids while something's going on. Like, yeah, that bad, whatever. So I'm like, hello? And he's like, hey, it's the neighbor down the street, so-and-so's dad, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, like, what's up? And he's like, so this is the weirdest phone call ever, but Madeline mentioned this morning that her cat was missing, and we were all in bed, and my daughter came into my room and said, Dad, there's a cat in my room. He jumped up on my bed and snuggled up with me, and I don't know what to do. And I said to him, well, did you tell her, shut up, go back to bed? Because, like, obviously she's hallucinating. Because that's what I would think.
At 11 o'clock at night, 100%.
Yeah. And he was like,
honey, you're sleepwalking. You just had a dream.
Right, exactly. Like,
we'll talk about cats tomorrow.
Exactly. Just be quiet and go back to bed. I'm tired, is what my reaction would have been. But he got up and looked, and sure enough, my cat was snuggled up on her bed. I guess they had a picnic the day before, and so the garage door had been open and, like, people in and out of the house. And so my cat got in, could not get out, and guessing he knows Madeline's friend because she's been at our house and stuff. And so he just
I was just going to ask, like, had they had sleepovers? Has Madeline ever slept over there?
No, Madeline's never slept over there, but she goes down there often. It's only a couple doors down, and this kid's been in our house.
There.
Right.
Yeah, so,
and so, yeah, 11:30 at night, I went and got my cat back
because
he was having a sleepover at the neighbors.
Okie dokie then. Thank goodness there was no allergies, although you probably would have known a lot quicker if there was.
Very true. Very true.
But still, that's kind of cute. That could have gone so badly, and that's cute.
It could have gone so badly, yes. And it was just so funny because Madeline was like, she woke up the next morning. Obviously, she wasn't awake at 11, whatever. And I was like, hey, the cat's back. Guess where he was? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, having a sleepover at your friend's house. So
too funny.
It was very cute.
That's cute.
But yeah, that was my week. Weird dreams and lost cat.
That's not bad. No. So join us on Thursday as we have a chat with a fan, Ariel.
Have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.